just wait a few more minutes till like we'll see if there's other people coming in, and then once there's like a few more, we'll start.
Do we want to get started?
Yep. Okay. Since it's almost 3:10, we'll start the workshop for now. Okay. Welcome everyone to the workshop. This is actually our first Blender workshop, so thank you so much for coming over. Before we start, we'd like to start with a quick icebreaker. So, raise your hand if you have ever used Blender before. Okay, how much knowledge do you guys have with Blender when it comes to it? Sorry?
Beginner.
Beginner? How about you?
I guess I kind of use it a decent amount.
Oh, okay. Have you like had your own projects before?
Yeah, well, I can like model stuff and like animates or something before.
Oh, okay, I see. How about you?
I did halfway through the Blender Notice tutorial.
That's a good start, yeah.
The
that is.
iconic Blender tutorial.
Yeah, that's a really good start to have. But yeah, after that, we'd like to do like a very quick icebreaker just to, kind of relax the room. If you could share your name with two people you have never met today and share why you decided to come over to the workshop.
You guys can stand up and walk around.
Yeah, just like walk around. It's like a very quick activity. It's not many people, but. So you're taking illustration. Are you also for illustration? Oh, computer science. Did you hear about us through our announcement or like a poster?
I think I saw like a poster for it somewhere.
Oh, okay. So like in the SBM or something like somewhere on campus. Okay. That was simple, but you just started.
So now you guys got to know a little bit about each other. We're going to introduce ourselves. So we're the Creative Technologies Club, and our aim is to give students like all kinds of industry standard tools and stuff, and teach them a little bit about what technology is out there. Some of these programs aren't like taught within programs, so we wanted to kind of just like spread the word about certain technologies. So we're really happy that you guys can make it today. This is our agenda, so we're going to be talking about a little bit what Blender is. We're going to get started, talk about the navigation and interface, and we're going to have a workshop activity hosted by Sang, and later on we'll have our guest speaker, and then just a post-session chat if you guys want to hang out. So what is Blender? It's a free open source 3D computer graphics suite used for modeling, animation, rendering, and special effects. So industry standard for a lot of companies, and one interesting fact is that Netflix has joined funding for Blender, being one of the top corporate patrons. So future animations might happen with Blender, or even the games that they put out on Netflix now. I don't know if you've ever seen this, but Flow, it's a movie, and it was all modeled and animated in Blender, and it won an award for it. So if you haven't already downloaded it, I'm sure you guys all have, because you guys have all used it, but download and install it. We will be working in the 5.0.
Yep, 5.0.1.
And so what can it do? So we talked a little bit about it earlier, but there's 3D modeling, animation, and video effects. There is a cheat sheet that you guys can refer to, and it kind of just shows you all the shortcuts. So if you are in our Discord, it's under the resource tab. Here's a little tour of the interface really quickly. So you have your top menu with your different edit modes and your workspace and viewport shaders options. And on your right, there's your properties. Underneath, there's the timeline, and on the left, there's your controls. So when you're modeling, you will be mostly switching between your modes. So there's object mode, edit mode, sculpt mode, and all the others. And again, it's mostly for your 3D model edits. Properties, you can change different properties of your 3D object and render them like differently. There's render properties, collections, and then your object properties. So we'll go through them a little bit later.
Okay, since we talked about the basics, just wanted to go through some of the basic shortcuts that we would probably be using as we go through the workshop. So here are like some of the basics of like adding an object, which is Shift A, tab, which is changing modes to like object, edit mode. There's also like a thing called grease pencil in Blender where it's like you can also draw onto 3D objects. So basically tab does help very fastly shifting to it. Render modes is like basically different modes where you can see like the outer, the inside, the wireframes, like the structural parts of the object. Some controls that I'd like to go through before we actually go through the workshop is extrude. When you press E, you can extrude the object, especially when you like select certain parts. It could be from dots, lines, to even a face. Loop cut, it's cutting it into different loops, so it's almost like dividing shapes into a more detailed division. Bevel is like smoothing out the object. Control B, let's say the edge over there, if you want to smooth it, you press Control B and then you can use your mouse to smooth it out. Some basic clicks for the mouse. Left click is basically just selecting and dragging. So you have to use your middle mouse if you want to navigate through the and see the 3D object three-dimensionally. right click does provide a lot of the settings that is required for the 3D modeling. So as we go through the workshop, it'll help you get an idea of what to do. I'll also explain as we go. Some basic objects are like cube, some circle, and different kind of shapes. We'll be using like the cube for our main workshop today. Edit objects, basically like the edit mode, so you're like editing different objects as you go through. Modifiers, it's like different settings that you could give to the object, like mirroring or like solidify, where it's like you add more detail into your object. And
okay. And then you have your materials. So this defines how a surface looks, or the color of it, the texture, and the reflectivity of it. And then we have our camera and our lights. So this will help with rendering later. It controls the lights, blah blah blah. Simple enough. And then after you can render it, and it will generate a final image or animation of your scene.
And just like a brief explanation about Grease Pencil, do any of you like here know how to use Grease Pencil by chance?
Has anyone heard of it at all?
Have you tried?
I made like a one little animation.
Oh, okay. Honestly, that's very advanced from what we're trying to do, but basically, like, we're touching like the very basics of it. So briefly, like the drawing tool, obviously, like since you used it before, it's like, you know, drawing on the thing, erasing, color changing. So today for like the workshop as well, we'll probably be using these basic tools to make your own like mini character. Any questions? I believe you all have some skills in already, so
Yeah.
maybe not. Was there like anything related to the workshop itself that you guys? No?
Do you think you guys are like familiar with what we've shown so far? And you guys can navigate through mostly? I don't know about Jane. Jane is like, okay. Yeah, no, I agree. Like, I think the shortcuts, even I don't know all of them. Like, I think sometimes you just kind of look through it and then.
So the workshop itself is like probably very basic for you guys, since you guys already know some extent to the Blender like knowledge, but it's probably just like a reminder of like how to use some of the shortcuts and just like how to use Grease Pencil. We were trying to aim to teach like people who don't know at all of Blender, but I think it would be like a mini fun session to, you know, like make your own character and like kind of enjoy that.
There was a stretch break,
There
but
was
I
a
think
stretch
we're
break, yeah.
like, we can just move on. That was
We
really
could
fun.
probably go.
So now it's your turn. We're gonna start kind of like a follow along tutorial, and Sang is going to open up his Blender, and you guys can open up yours. If you guys have any questions, I'll come around.
Okay. So, as you saw like briefly on the slide, we will be creating this guy, this square mini character. So, this is going to be easy, but I guess like you'll have more customization as we go through the Grease Pencil part. But as we start, we'll have this screen where it's like showing the basics of different options, projects. We'll go for general. And then from here, obviously like the cube is like the basic object that we start with. We'll probably use this, but since we want to create a model, what we'll do is go to edit mode on the corner left.
You can also press tab, and that will do the shortcut
So if everyone reached that part, what we'll do is, as I said, the left click is the drag. So we'll select the two corners on the left side and press delete. It'll give you this option where it says vertices, edges, faces. We'll go for vertices so that we just erase the whole part. You may ask why, but you'll find out as we go. So okay, how is everyone doing so far? Easy, hard, no? Easy? 1 second, yeah.
I accidentally deleted my tag. How do I add?
So if you want to do it again, press Shift A.
Oh, okay.
Shift A and then it'll give you the option. Once that's done, it should show only one face here. Now, I'm probably sure everyone's here at this point. Let me know if it's not. Okay, I'll just keep it going just so that everyone can do it. Okay, so on the right side, as you can see, there is this monkey wrench that says modifiers. We'll press this and it says add modifier. We'll go press that and then press search. We'll go for mirror. And it'll show you different options here, but basically if it's selected to X axis, that is what we're going for. So you can barely see it, but there's two faces that's facing together now. Is everyone at this point now? Good? Okay. So from here, now what you'll notice is that these 2 points, 4 points, aren't connected to the other side because it's a mirror. So what we're gonna do is on the right side to the top right corner, there's this thing where when you press it, you can control. But when you press Y, X, or Z, you can specifically navigate to the part that you want to, like a point of view that you want to go. So what we're going to go for is the negative Y. Now you're barely going to see anything, but when you drag, you'll see the two lines. That's basically the face that we made before. Now what we're going to do here is select one face for now and press E. Now what E does is extrude. So if you like navigate with your mouse, it's gonna like show you the extruded dot. But right click to just go back. It'll reset to the normal setting, but press E again and X. So what X does is it locks it into the X axis so that it doesn't move, it just moves within the X. So if you can see, it's very small, but you can see that orange dot within the X axis. So what we're going to do is bring it to the middle point of where the circle is, right here. Did you do it? So, no worries. So press E and then X. And then you slowly move it to the point where the circle is in the center. Were you able to do that? Okay, so now what we're going to do is do that to the rest of the point. So to the bottom part, and if you press the middle of your mouse and scroll, it's only the front part that had the extrusion done. Is something wrong or how's it going? Oh, okay. If that doesn't work, you could probably work with the trackpad, but okay. So if you can see, it's like only the front part. So what we're gonna do is also go to the back side, which is Y. So if you press the Y on the top right corner here, we'll do the same for the back side. So E, and then X, and then bring it to the middle point. E, X, and then the middle point. So it should look like two skinny lines connecting the faces. How's everyone doing? Are we at this point or a bit behind? Good? A bit behind? I can quickly help. Oh, you got it. Oh, I just need to do that. Oh, is it the Oh, I see. Yeah, honestly, like if you have that shape, that's totally fine. You're at the right point, so. Okay. So I think almost everyone is at this point. So what we're gonna do from here is, if you see from the left top corner, so currently we're at the vertex mode. What we're gonna do is change to face mode, and when you drag it to the face, it should probably select the face that's not mirroring, that the yeah, that's like the origin of the objects. So once you select it and press I, it should make an extra line that makes a square that's like smaller than the original. Just to make it easy, so go to the right as we did before, select the X. It should probably face it to the X view where we can see the square, and then press I. So what we're doing right now is the arm part of the character. So it's up to you of how like thick the arm's gonna be, like based on your preference, but usually I prefer it like maybe balanced to this size. But if you want it thicker, you can make it thick. If you want to make it smaller, you could also make it small, like how I did. So once that's done, we'll go to -Y, and then select E and X again. And the reason to this is because we're trying to make the arm part of it. So E, X, then we'll slightly extrude it, because the reason to this is because we're trying to make like the shoulder part and kind of like make the arms kind of go lower to the angle. Once that's done, we'll press R, which is rotate. We'll try to make the face that we selected a bit lower to maybe like 45 to 60 degrees. Then it'll look like this, like a shoulder pad. Is everyone following so far? Or behind? How is everyone doing?
Can you repeat that last one?
Sorry?
Can you repeat the last one?
The last step, so you have the face selected, right?
Yeah.
So from there, E, select E and then X, which will lock it into the X-axis. Just bring it out a bit. And then from there, press R to rotate it to the certain angle. And the reason why I am currently at the -y is because if you don't do that, when you rotate, it's just going to rotate everywhere. So when you have it like faced on one side, you can easily rotate it to the direction that you want. So that is preferable. Okay, once that's done, we'll press E again, and then just make the 2 arms. So for me, I extrude it 2 times, just to indicate that there's like a elbow. And then from there, what we'll do now is fill in this empty part. To do so, we'll press Tab, which will get back to object mode. And the reason to this is because when you have a modifier, you need to go back to the object mode so that you can apply it to make it work. So when you see the modifier here, the mirror, there should be an arrow button. We'll apply it, which will basically have the mirrored side fully as like an object. Is everyone like to this point so far, or is someone like falling a bit behind?
Still at the 2 lines.
The 2 lines? Okay.
I don't know, her shape was really weird, so she's restarting.
Oh, okay.
I don't know what happened.
Okay. How about you guys over there? A bit behind, or? Are we good to go? Wait, what's not working?
No, it's working.
Oh, it's working, okay. You can make it tall, so. Okay. So, I think most of the people are at this point. We'll press Tab again so that we can go back to edit mode. And okay. We'll select the vertex mod back in the left top corner where we have the face, edge, and vertex. We'll select the vertex because after applying the mirror mode, the 2 points are there but yet not merged together. So there's 8 different points that are like barely together. So what we'll do is select one and then right click. There should be merge vertices, and from there we select at center. Once you do one, you just apply that to rest of the other points. Did everyone reach to that point? Were you able to merge them? Okay. So since we have a lot of empty points here, from here what we'll do is fill the empty spots, but to do so we need to select 4 edges. If you can see the screen, it's 4 points. Select it and then you press F, which creates a face. And what we'll do is do that to rest of the empty spaces. Actually, for the bottom, since we're going to be creating the leg, so there's 6 points, so we'll select 4 in the middle and then the other 4 on the right. So left and right for the bottom. Were you able to fill all the empty spots? How about you?
What's the short?
So select 4 points and then F.
Okay.
Just to check, how does the bottom look for everyone? So it's supposed to be 2 faces, just so that we can make it easier for the leg to be made. Is everyone at this point? Okay. So from here, what we'll do is go back to face mode in the top left corner, and then select one face. Again, press I, which will make the square smaller. But then you'll notice that it's a rectangle, but for a character's leg, honestly, rectangle's a bit awkward. So from here, what we'll do is go to the edge mode, select the top and bottom side, and then from the top right corner, select Z, so that it's a 2-dimensional view, and then press S. Actually, no, that's not working. Okay, so press S and then Y, so that it only decreases the top and bottom. So we'll do the same to the left leg as well. Press I, make it small, get back to the edge mode, and then scale S and Y. How are you following so far? Is it too fast, or when you see in bottom view, are you able to have like the 2 legs? Do you have the two spots? Okay. So from here, we'll select the two parts here that we made, the square. And then using the middle mouse to scroll up, we'll select the negative Y view or the Y view, whichever faces that makes sense to you. When you use like the scrolling part, you can go close or far, so just adjust that based on how you which works better. And then when you press enter and then the middle mouse, you can easily scroll. So just put it at the right position where you can see the leg, and then press E and then Z, which will extrude the legs. So once that's done, it'll kind of look like a character with a legs and arms like this. Now from here is where your creativity will be needed. You can follow what I do, but it's really up to you. Like if you want to make it cuter or evil, whatever that you want to make it, it's really up to how you make it. So from this part, we'll be using the grease pencil. So if you select tab back to object mode, we'll select Shift A. And it should show a bunch of options, but from here, from the first section bottom, there should be grease pencil. And then from grease pencil, there's the blank option. Press that. So what it does is create the grease pencil project that you can doodle on your character. So once that's done, go to the top left, select the object mode, and go to draw mode. And this is basically where the grease pencil is. And when you get into draw mode, you'll notice that in the center section here where it says strength and above, it says origin. Select that, and then there will be different options like 3D cursor, surface, and stroke. We'll go for surface because we'll be drawing over the character that we made. So once that's selected, get into size, just to adjust the size of the brush. Oh, and one thing I haven't explained, but if you go back to the surface, there is a thing called offset, which basically is like how close your brush sticks to the 3D object. Preferably, I think around like 0.09 is like a good amount when you draw onto it. So once that's figured out and you find the right brush size that you want to work on, you can start drawing the face. One thing to notice about the surface drawing is that if you get over the 3D object when you draw, let's say if you can see the screen for a second, um, let's say like here it gets over, then this happens. So you got to be very careful if you want to keep an outline onto the 3D object. It tries to stick to whatever 3D object that you draw over. So if it does get over the anywhere, it starts just filling it based on how you draw it over. If you want to change color, if you see the right side back where we have the modifier section, if you go 5 below, there should be a thing called material. So you can get in there, you'll see that black is the default since we're already using that. But if you press the plus, it'll give you a new material where you can also add different colors. It'll say base, there's going to be base color when you add the new thing, the new material. When you increase the brightness, you can get different colors that you want to. You can adjust the brightness here. If you put it to the lowest, it's a black. If the brightest, different colors. And based on that, you can customize adding different colors to your character. then if you want to change the color, go to material. So currently it's black.
What?
I like that. But if you want to try like the different drawing settings, so currently we're at the surface. So if you like do it on the 3D object, it would kind of stick to that more. But if you go to the 3D cursor, I believe, then you can make something like, let's say you back on the -y and then draw something here. It will show up as like a 3D object here. So let's say for my tough guy, I can make something like a dialogue.
Wait, that's cute.
I'm gonna finish the soup for this guy. It's like a swimsuit.
You gotta make it like
We'll take like 5 to 10 minutes just to kind of like decorate your character, and then once that's done, Gladys will do the rendering and adding some colors to your character. Awesome. He's a gentleman. Showing the big hair. Oh, and then I'll drop dumbbells. I like the simplicity of those. Did you use it? Oh, okay. That's a good one. Oh, yeah. That's a good one. How's he? He boss.
His name. Yeah.
I like how like everyone has their own personality. They were the character.
It's his name. Yeah. Isn't he so cute?
Yes, it's like everyone has their own different design, different drawings. Mine has like a blob dumbbell. Should we give like a few more minutes to wrap it up with the drawing and then start like the light rendering and the color? Honestly, like the face reminds me of Jesse's blush.
No, it's fine.
It's your
It's fine. It's
You just keep the view like on the front. How did you make the moon so like three-dimensional? Did you like color in different quantities? Thickness? Oh, okay. It was too round, so I was like. Have you used like the surface pencil before? Okay. Oh, I see. Was it like through just like playing around?
And you can see it like and then you can move it afterwards. Because once you move the object, that kind of and then to edit that.
Oh. Oh, you're making the actual paths. How's your customization going?
You look really happy. You look really happy.
Is that the arm? I mean, like the. I don't know what.
That doesn't make really good.
Oh. Oh, I see. Right.
Oh my god.
That's
You. It's kind of crazy, but oh.
Good choice. Okay. Should we move on to the lighting and rendering?
Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna move on to coloring the base of your character. So you wanna change back to your object mode. We're gonna look at Sang's character and we're gonna click on him and change it to edit mode. So here again you'll have your character. Select materials at the bottom. And here you can see that the base material is white right now. So in order to change the color of this little guy, you can change it. Oh, hold on. You need to toggle the shaders at the top. Over here. Is everyone following? Yeah. Okay. Saying, what do you want your character color to be?
Red.
Red? Okay. It's gonna be a red guy. Alright, and if you want a different section to be another color, you want to select the face of the person, the character that you have, and add a new material. So there's a plus sign that says add material slot. Add it, create a new one, and assign it. So if you select your face, you can assign the different materials that you have in your thing. So I want the side to be, I don't like this color. Alright, this looks better.
He
So
looks
this
drunk.
guy is red and pink.
It looks like working out while drunk.
Working out, drink. I mean, we can make him like a little green. I don't know. Sure. Watermelon colors. Okay, and then, so that's kind of it for the materials. It's super simple. You just have to assign them onto your faces. Next, we're gonna move on to lighting. So in your layers, you should have a light in the corner. So you wanna select it. And you'll see your light probably floating around somewhere in the corner. We can go into the viewport shading, and here you will probably see your character rendered in this weird lighting. We can actually move him, move this lighting over, and there we go. Are you guys able to move it? Make sure you have your viewport shadings rendered, and when you select it, you can move your little thing around as well. Are you guys following? Yeah? Okay. So there are different types of lighting. If you go to your Properties tab, at the very last one, you'll see Data, and you can change the different type of light, actually. So these will give you kind of different results when it comes to your lighting. And I think I'm just going to stick with point light, but here you can change the exposure, the color of your light, which will affect your object, or the power. So in the end, this is going to affect how lit your object is. Following? Okay, that honestly just covers it for the lighting. Again, really easy. We're gonna move on to setting up your camera so then it's ready for like rendering. So in the corner, you will see this toggle camera. You can also press numpad 0 if you do have your numpad. And you should be locked into this kind of view where you'll see a box and your character in the middle, so right here. Okay, and then here you want to toggle this like lock at the bottom. And this will lock your camera, so when you move your thing around, now you're moving the camera view. So place your little character within this camera view, wherever you want to take this like snapshot of him. So I think I like this angle of this guy. Okay, good. I'm gonna walk around. So we're gonna render this. There's gonna be, I think there would be a problem, but I'll show you guys. So at the top corner, there is a render button here. And you wanna click render image, and you'll see your character. But there's a problem. I don't know if you guys notice. You can see all the lines behind it, so you can see his underwear right now. So we're kind of seeing through him. So in order to fix this, there is this little like toggle that you have to go to. So it's under View Layer in your properties, and under this passes data, there is a depth toggle that you have to select over here. So under View Layer, Passes, Data, Depth. You want to select that. And then when you render it, it should be good. So now you can't see his underwear. Yay! Yay! And that's honestly it. That's how you render things in Blender. Of course, like there's more settings that you can play with and look around, but that's really it. I'll let you guys like play around. Oh, if you need to get out of the view, you just click that camera button again. But yeah, I'm gonna add a plane. Are you guys okay? Do you want me to go over it again?
Lighting? Oh, okay. So what she
Hold on, I'll come around. You can change the intensity of the palette. So here it is exposure, and you can hold these settings up. Almost like this coming out of yeah, so since right now it's like here to the side, could move the light. So I'll talk about it.
Yeah, honestly, that's like maybe bigger so that
Move this light around it and shift it around.
the color. Cool. I think for
I don't want to
Good solutions.
You can also like render with multiple lights, so it like kind of has that three thing spotlight.
I did that too.
Oh, it's
Wow!
Wait, how did you do that?
It's probably
That was so majestic right now, like. So here you can like lock it.
It is supposed to be there, but I think since the version is different, that's like difference.
So funny. If you want, you can put a plane. So if you add
That's
or something.
So when it like renders for him, it's
Oh, I think because you have the red, what's it called?
The light.
The red shift like rendering, I think. Yeah, and you're using the physical render. Because I think, yeah, I think you're using the physical. Let me look on his screen for a second. I'll have to take a look. So what's the result that you want from it?
for just like this one. Like have that dark shadow and then
Oh, okay. I think your lighting might be a little too strong.
is that the render shot? It's a lower angle, right? From the character? Have you thought of like a name for your characters? Not yet. It's playing with the lights. How does it look when you hold on? It's like an intro of other people watching it reminds me of like a 3-inch. Yeah. Wow. Oh, there.
Oh, okay.
What characteristic would your character have?
Cool.
Like it's sort of attractive that you see in like that's how it feels.
Oh, I see that. Yeah. Render. So that's done. So that's something. That just once that's big enough, let's say you stop here. Oh. Oh, okay. So you're also using the sheet. It's like the stuff on the back side is also showing up. So Are you guys all in Discord by chance? Like in our club Discord or no? So we'll have like a QR later of our club. So maybe like you guys can share like your in the Discord channel as well. Yeah, sure. We'll also be hosting Unreal Engine workshop around like week 11. So if you're also interested in like playing around with Unreal Engine, you can also like join us later. How's it going? It's like disco.
I know. I like it.
Yeah. Did you figure out the light?
Yeah, I have a good light.
Oh, somewhere else.
Just happened earlier. Yeah, when I bring it
So when you were doing it now, does it bring that dramatic?
Yeah.
Oh, that is nice. Yeah. So that was a success.
Once you guys are happy with it, you can just click image over here and then save as. And you'll save it into Strongman. Save. Cool. We'll give you guys about like 5 more minutes, and then we're gonna be calling our workshop guest speaker, and then you guys can ask some questions after and stuff.
Is it a clown? Oh my gosh. It's like a whole army.
There's something that you can also do. It's called like an array, and essentially it's like a modifier over here, and have a bunch of them. But I think you might have to like group it all into one thing. I don't know what the map. I don't know what the map.
Like select everything.
You can join it. Yes.
Oh no.
It only selected its face.
Oh, it might also be because currently it's in freeze mode, but if you chance to mesh.
I think it's okay as long as everything is selected.
Oh, maybe that's. I haven't tried to Maybe like drag it into the collection. Yeah, that was the issue with Refizz when you change it to mesh.
Convert to grease pencil. Yeah, I guess it doesn't work. Not now, not in the moment.
We all been having our
Alright, do you want to start saying?
Yeah, should we have a guest speaker?
Do you want us to change? Actually, no. We can just keep it as this, right?
Okay.
I think so. Well, hello?
Hello?
I think our reviews are working.
Hello,
Is it
hello,
working?
hello. Can you guys hear me?
Hello, hello.
Hello, hello. I can hear you.
Okay, I don't think our camera is working, but
Camera is not working, but I can hear you though.
I think because it's been using in another. Hold on. Okay. All right.
Oh my.
Let me try. I will.
Hello?
Hello. Can you hear?
I cannot hear you guys, but oh, I think it's because the mic is a little bit
It's a little
the
bit far
sensitivity
away.
is a little bit.
Yeah, it's okay.
Okay, that's okay. Hello, hello. Hey, good job on the tutorial. I was watching. Good job, everyone. Good job. Can we get a round of applause for the tutorial? Yeah, yeah. Hello. So I am Gladden's second older brother. I'm gonna be yapping about Blender for a while. My sister gave me spotlight to just talk about random stuff. I'm gonna be speaking of like higher level application of Blender, since you guys seem to be. Are you guys interested in like game design and stuff like that? Is that why you guys are here? That's kind of the goal, right? Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I'll be talking more about the higher level stuff, and maybe industry standard stuff. I'm gonna share screen. You guys see it? Can you guys see it? Gladys, you're muted, by the way.
Yeah, I realized there was some echoing, so
Oh yeah. Okay.
I think you could hear yourself, no?
No, I'm fine.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, don't worry about that.
It's like
Okay.
we'll open the mic when there is a question or something.
Okay, sure. Okay, so for Blender, I love Blender. All right, for me, I studied animation. I was Sheridan graduate studying animation, and shortly I fell in love with game design and making my own stuff. Right now, I'm working as a freelancer. My last job was directing a little music video, and on the side, I am making my own game, which I'll pull it up and show you later. But everything I do probably just revolves around Blender at this point, because Blender can do everything. It's pretty amazing. And I'll go through the high level stuff, and if you guys are planning to start your own game or even do things for a portfolio, you can do everything with Blender, right? From the whole workflow of making a game or a film, right? So, when it comes to, I have this little page. I'm not gonna click into it, but then I'll send it to Gladys, and she'll send you this little pipeline thing that you can click on. It's kind of cute, and it will lay out, I guess, two sides of the workflow when it comes to creating assets and characters for games and film. Since I'm a majority of a film guy for animation, I just added that on. So you guys are probably more focused on the real-time game engine pipeline and stuff like that. But anyways, so when it comes to creating, following a workflow within Blender, using Blender, we either you're creating characters and prop assets or even environments and stuff like that. Blender can do very easily, as you guys did earlier with the characters. Blocking out your character, going into sculpting. Everything is very, very capable. I think when it comes to, let's say, there are more specific tools. Here, I have this little specialized workflow. Look at this. Look how cute this is, right? And it lays out, let's say earlier you guys were using grease pencil. You can do that for animation as well in Blender, so you can have a 2D style. But when it comes to, let's say, creating character and assets, creating sculptures, and then retopologizing, adding skeleton armatures, and then the rigs, everything you can do in Blender is fantastic. And then, of course, UV mapping. I don't know if these terms make any sense to you guys, but hopefully, at least you'll, with this little diagram, you can understand the higher level workflow. And so let's say if you want to do environment and world building, right? You can block things out in Blender, right? You can create trees and asset kits and stuff like that, and then use them to build up your world, set drafts, and even using nodes in Blender to procedurally generate environments and such. Of course, it depends what kind of project you're doing. Let's say if you're doing a film, then you can probably do a lot of set dressing and building environments inside Blender. Sometimes for games, you might want to do that within the game engine, and so you would export the individual objects and meshes and stuff like that into the game engine, and then use the tools within the game engine, or even just code it yourself if you're able to do that, and then create procedural generated environments in Unreal or Unity and such. And the fantastic thing, Blender is just, most of these things you can do just within the program. Of course, if you're going into deeper waters when it comes to making shaders, making materials. Earlier, you guys made just a flat color, but you might need to UV map, so unfold the geometries and then turn it into a flat 2D plane, so you can project your textures onto it, and there's different ways to create textures as well. So going into detail, if you guys are interested, you can ask me a question. I can go in deeper into kind of the different workflow of using. I'll just throw out some like terms that you may or may not have heard of. It's like trim sheets and tileable textures and stuff like that. There are procedurally generated maps with curve maps and edge maps and stuff like that you can create. You can do all of that in Blender as well. It's a fantastic tool. When it comes to, let's say, the more film stuff, maybe if you're gonna be going into that side of things, there are procedurally generated shaders. There are different kind of shader materials that you can create, and I guess it can get really, really complicated. Very cool though, very cool. You can do everything. So Blender, amazing tool, and it's getting more and more advanced. It's open source. There's so many different add-ons. Like, there's so many just free, amazing add-ons. Maybe sometime I can create a little add-on list for you guys if you guys are interested. But yeah, when it comes to motion capture, animation, compositing within Blender as well, right? Of course, you might want to do it in After Effects and stuff like that, but you can do that within Blender if you don't need very specific tools. What else? Yeah, VFX also, when it comes to creating the cards and particles of the VFX that you'll be using in-game, you can do that in Blender as well, right? Create it in Blender and then move it into game engines like Unreal and Unity to apply it into the game. Of course, there's optimization and stuff like that. There are add-ons that you can help with that also, with the different modeling style, right? Different optimization style with the animation and stuff. And yeah, that's kind of basically it. It looks. Does it look intimidating? This workflow it's like a lot of node stuff. I thought it was kind of cute, you know. What do you guys think? Good. Thumbs up. Thumbs up, man. Complicated, intimidating. Hopefully not too intimidating. Is this kind of what you guys are interested in when it comes to using Blender for your projects and stuff like that?
Yeah.
It's like implementing. Right.
Thumbs up.
Okay. Thumbs up.
Yeah.
Thumbs up. I like thumbs up.
Maybe you can show some of the projects that you've done so far.
Yeah.
I don't know if you want to show Tuki. I sent them. I mean, I don't think everyone is in our Discord, but I did send the music video in our Discord. I don't know if you want to show that, or you can show your game.
I can pull up both of them.
Okay.
Tuki is just a little thing, to be honest.
You did like the entire the 3D.
The 3D stuff. Yeah, I can pull up both of them. I'll pull up the my Blender file as well. Oh my goodness, my files are atrocious. Guys, like Blender files is already really great. It's just like one individual files and stuff you have to save. Like for example, Maya, you need to create like a whole set of folders and subset of folders, and it's like really, really messy.
Does anyone here use Maya before?
Messy to organize
No.
folders.
Okay. They're good. They're oh.
Blender is just superior.
They're good. They
in every
haven't
single
used
way.
Maya before, which is nice.
Okay. Sorry, I'm just like whining about Maya, even though you guys never used it.
But it is a
Don't use
very
it.
like industry professional like tool, and they
It
use
is.
it for like marble and stuff.
Yeah, they have really,
Yeah.
because it's been in the industry for so long, so you kind of get stuck using the same program
Can
when there's like a new thing.
I'm gonna show them Tuki.
Sure, yeah. I'm just opening up the Unreal Engine program. Here, look, I'll show you one of my first little monster for my game. His name is
This is
Nugget.
something that he made for one of his
Oh.
work in progress games. So yeah, again, it's like
Yes.
animated and modeled.
Something I'm working with my friend on. But yeah, basically, you get a model. You know, you create a model. Let's see. This is what I should have put up then. Yeah, this is one of my first little monster for my game. But you know, you would create the model, you would UV it, texture it, create a armature for it, and then create this rings that can move the armature, and you have like great tools like this is the wrong version of Blender. There's so many Blender versions as well. Hold on. About the other one. But there are great tools like Auto Rig Pro, which is what I use for rigging. Sometimes like rigging is one of those like very, very technically complex topics, and so it might seem very, very scary to tackle. Like for me, I started game design and like learning Blender and stuff after I graduated, which is I guess almost 2 years ago now. But when it comes to learning Blender and all these tools, I probably learned it within a year, right? Knowing the whole workflow that I spoke of earlier here. I was able to learn all this within a year. And if you really want to, and if you're focused, like this is very doable to learn, right? You go step by step, you know, blocking out like you guys did earlier with the models, and then putting in a little bit of texture and stuff like that. And then the next step would be to create an armature, create the bones. Let's see.
Question?
Yeah.
Yeah, create like a.
They have a question. Do
Yes,
you
what
wanna
was the
come
question?
up, so then the mic can pick it up.
Yeah. Can you talk a little bit more about like texturing and UV mapping? Like, did you paint in the textures for the character yourself?
Do you hear
Could you repeat it for
it?
her?
Do you want to come up so then you can hear? Yeah.
Okay. Could you talk a little bit more about texturing and like UV mapping? Like, did you paint the like the textures onto the character like yourself in like different program or on Blender?
Yeah, perfect. I painted this in Substance Painter. It is a tool where you can directly paint on top of the model when you're moving around. Though you can do this in Blender as well, right? Like this. And so you can import your own brush, create your own brush. For me, I wanted something a little bit more specialized, and so I use Substance Painter, which is another program. But yeah, basically, I painted myself. I hand painted everything. There are like shaders you can create to procedurally generate textures, but yeah, when it comes to UV unwrapping, as you see, you can. This is my UV wrap. It's honestly a little bit ugly. See, for me, I knew I wanted to hand paint the textures and use a program like Substance Painter where I can just paint directly on objects. Sometimes in some workflows, you might have to use Photoshop or something and then paint on Photoshop in 2D with these kind of UV map in mind, right? And that can get really complicated, and because of that, you will have to make sure that these UV are aligned properly, and so there's no seams or there's no areas where two opposite sides of a mesh is connecting and then the texture looks wrong. If you want to get into painting and texture painting and mapping and stuff like that, I do recommend looking into programs like Substance Painter. But for a starter, you can just play around with painting it in Blender as well. When it comes to UV mapping, yeah, there's just many different types or a style that you can go for, or ways that you can do this. Or you can be pretty lazy and just like auto UV it, boom, auto wrap, and then you have something that's like really messy, but you now have to deal with clumped areas where the texture is like really clumped, and then textures are really flattened out like this. And so ideally, the workflow, and so you can like create your own seams. Let's say like this red part, I basically just selected these edges and then like create seam, and then I can use these seams to unwrap the UV more properly, right? So stuff like this, you just need to experience, right? And you need to just kind of slam your head against the program and see what works and what not. And then texturing. If you have art background, are you an artist? You're interested in texture? Okay, yeah.
Yeah, they're in illustration.
Illustration, awesome. Okay, yeah, because I'm a painting background. I come from a painting background, and so I really want to put my hands in and create these kind of textures. But basically, yeah, that's kind of how you figure out the texture, is just slowly building one by one. I have already mapped it out. This is all of this, from blocking out into sculpting. You will have to learn retopology as well, knowing how the topology works with, let's say, animation. If you're doing like static objects, then you don't have to with like environment, but it's good to know optimization if you're going to games. And then retopologizing and the UV mapping. And then you should probably also learn, if you're into these kind of texturing, you should also learn about like the different style of textures and stuff like that. For example, there's like trim sheets and tileables, and also, let's say, texture atlases. Right? It's like, in Minecraft, there's like huge big map, and then instead of making the texture based on the UV, right, painting on the objects, you are now changing the UV based on the texture, right? And so let's say like, oh yeah, this hat for this texture is like somewhere around, let me see, it is somewhere around here, right? And so I switch the UV based on the texture. I want this like little hand thing on the hat, right? And so that's another style where you have a texture atlas, you paint the texture first, and then you apply the UV based on the texture. A lot of different optimization about that too. Good? Think covered everything on the texturing?
Does anyone have any more questions? Yeah.
No.
Do you want to come up so then he can hear you?
I was just gonna ask like what the game is.
Oh, he's asking what the game is.
Oh, you want to see the game? Yeah, let me pull up the game. I was gonna pull up Tuki. I mean, Tuki's not that interesting, to be honest,
Yeah,
you know?
that's true. It's just like the environment.
Yeah, I'll pull up the scene.
Okay.
Because, you know,
I
we got
didn't-
illustrated.
I didn't give them context as to what it is yet. Hold on, let me. So.
Play in the
is
background,
it-
maybe.
Yeah, okay, so Tuki is a Japanese artist and she does music. So he helped create the environment and he was the only 3D artist in that project. So
Yeah,
most
I
of,
mean,
like, background
the
stuff.
workflow. Yeah, the workflow we were using is I would create a 3D background and then hand it over to painters to paint on top. So then there's a there's a consistent, let's say, style, color, theme, and also perspective and stuff like that. So yeah, you can use Blender for many different things. Yeah, this is just a little scene with rebels and stuff like that. I put all of this inside Blender, and then I just brought it to Unreal Engine. So most of these are just like single objects that I just exported from Blender into Unreal. To set dress or to render rather. When it comes to like all these little like rebels and stuff like that, I created in Blender using Blender's physics system to just scatter everything. But yeah, that's about it. It's not really that interesting. Let me pull up my game.
It is also almost past
I'll
5,
show
so
you
you guys
this guy
know.
moving in the game. Right? But my game is it's not done. It's still prototyping. We were gonna do a co-op slop game, friend slop games with kind of like lethal and stuff. Yeah, space station. I think it's this one. Yeah, all of these are created in Blender, except for the texture. The texture is in the game engine itself. When I built it in the game engine, you can build it in Blender though, and then export it as texture maps to bring it in Blender. There's another character, another enemy. Let me play it. Oh, look at him. This guy. He's walking. Yeah, so I made a list of animation for this boy. Name is Nugget. So we got Nugget attack, walk, and run. Then if you guys know coding, you can create like state engines in the game. And then from Blender you would just export the FBX file for animation, object files, maybe if you're just worrying about the mesh and stuff like that. For this, I literally just exported a FBX file with all the skeleton and armature into into Unreal, and then I created animation in Blender, and then export a animation FBX with only the animation information to put into this character here. And my friend made a state engine where it will call the animation montage, that's what it was called in Unreal, and then it will play the animation based on whatever the character is doing. I got this little guy as well. He has a little idle animation. He looks around, and then he goes sprinting. Hello? Oh, there we go. Got this little guy. Let's see if I can get this guy to run. Hello, do you tuck? Yeah, there we go. Yeah. I don't take damage at the moment. Yeah, for example, for the environments, I'm building like the spaceship thing. These walls are individual asset kits. And inside of Unreal, I put these kits together to make different corridors and different maps and stuff like that. And so if you're doing like environment stuff, that is probably what you'll be learning to do. Yeah, create asset path. So yeah, the door have like door sections, ceilings have like just little bits and bobs.
Does anyone have any more questions? You guys are seeing a game that isn't out. You better release it now.
I better release it now, yeah.
You better release it now.
Yeah. You'll never see this ever again. It'll never be done.
No.
This is so much work. The game is not even running properly. Oh, it's running properly. Okay. Oh yeah, I'm just, these are like just block out rooms. And then there's like my little procedurally generated map and tunnels and stuff like that. Where's my light? There we go.
Do you guys play games? Yeah.
What you got?
Okay.
Everyone's a gamer here. Let's go.
Yeah, everyone's a gamer here. What kind of games do you guys play?
I usually play like puzzle games or shooters sometimes.
Puzzle games and shooters.
Sandbox.
Sandbox style. Rodman
Yeah.
is a league
Boom.
player.
Whoa! You say that like it's a like that's kind of crazy. I'm a peaceful. I'm not a toxic one. Yes. I play top lane, by the way. I'm a lover, not a hater. Okay, I think that's it. I think I covered most of the workflow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have this little button that's special. You can click into like the specialization if you want to do it like animate style, and then different type of rendering. Blender can do that too. If you want a procedural generated nodes and like making trees and bushes and stuff like that, Blender can do that too. Motion capture Blender can do that too. Wow. Pixel art. If you're into pixel art, boom, you can create 3D models in Blender and then have a shader in Blender to render pixel art. oh my, suddenly you have 3D looking pixel art, right? It's pretty amazing. All of that is possible. Yeah,
Okay,
I think
cool.
that's it.
I think that's
Cool.
it then. Yeah. Thank you
Awesome.
for talking today. Can
Yes.
you-
Good job, everyone.
Yay! They're
Awesome.
clapping, but you can't hear.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you for the clapping.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Cool. Thank you
Bye-bye.
so much. Bye. Okay. So just to wrap up again, Blender is free and open source, all-in-one software, and there's a large community support. So obviously there's tutorials online. You can get free stuff all the time. So yeah, check out links and stuff. Any last questions? Okay. So here is our Discord if you haven't already joined. The next workshop is going to be Unreal Engine. I don't know when that is. When is that?
It's around week 11 to 12, so I'm pretty sure, like, as our guest speaker kind of like gave an example, like Blender and Unreal Engine can be really like cooperated together, like collaborated. So if you're interested, you can like stop by during week 11. It's probably going to be around the same time like how we did today, 3 to 5. So
It is a busier week because you guys are heading, so
Yeah.
don't worry, but yeah, join if you can. And that's all. Thank you so much for coming. Yeah, you guys can chat and hang out if you don't have anything to do. but-
yeah, thank you so much for joining our workshop today.
Yeah, and if you're using one of the lab computers, you can send it to yourself through like, I don't know. Your
Oh, and also like
OneDrive.
if you can join the Discord to share the project, that would be awesome. There's a showcase channel that you can like share the
The stuff that you made.
stuff that you made. Yeah.
Yeah.